I'm Jessica Geisinger, and this is Courage. We've heard of people being courageous our whole lives. When we're younger, we hear about the superhero who saves the girl from the burning building, and we hear stories of the prince who travels over seas and deserts and mountains to save the princess in distress. As we grow older, we hear about soldiers who go off to fight war for our freedoms. These are all acts of courage, but how do we define courage? When is it an act of courage, and when is it reckless? These are the criteria for what it means to be courageous. For an act to be courageous, it must involve a split-second decision. For an act to be courageous, it must not be stupid. For an act to be courageous, it must include fear. For an act to be courageous, it must involve a certain level of risk. For an act to be courageous, it must be for the good of someone else. For an act to be courageous, it must be because the hero chooses to act courageously. Esperanza, the character in The House on Mango Street, was very courageous. As stated many times throughout the book, she was from a rough neighborhood. Many of the girls her age near her home married at a young age and got unwanted attention. The girls were interested in maturity and sexuality. While Esperanza wanted to fit in, to be the same as all the girls, she stood out by finishing her schooling and staying away from the sex and negative influences around her in her life.